Happy Valentine's Day weekend, Heart Fam. I pray that everyone is doing well. I pray that you are thriving in the things of Jesus and living his best life for you. All right, I'm hopping on today for a chat. Today's chat, we're going to talk about the power of listening. Yes, listening. Culture has put us in a place where we have become so accustomed to voicing our opinions. We have become so accustomed to speaking our truths. Everything has become a point of an individual. It's free to be vocal and to say whatever is on your mind. That's the place we are in today. And it's looked at as a thing of strength. When you stand up, when you voice your opinion, when you say what's on your mind, you're strong. That's the way the world sees it. But when it comes to relationship with Jesus, sometimes being vocal is not always the best case. When it comes to relationship with Jesus, one of the most powerful things that we can do is listen. Just listen. We go to God, we make all of these requests. We're talking and we're talking and we're talking. And the funny thing is, after we have gone to him with a situation, with a request, we talk. Then we get up and we're waiting for an answer. We're like, all right, I've given it to God, I've talked to him, and now I'm leaving it in his hands. And to a certain extent, yes, that is what you do. But sometimes we miss one important part. Instead of talking, there's a point after you talk that maybe there's a point of silence so that you can get a response to what you're asking. And we always say, well, not we always say, but people are quick to say, I went to God and I gave it to him and I told him what I needed. I told him what was going on. And then we're quick to say, but I didn't get an answer. I still haven't gotten an answer. I went to God, I talked to him, but I don't have an answer. The thing is, we don't stop in that conversation. We don't take a moment after we have talked to God. We don't take that moment to stop and listen to his response to our questions, to our requests. And it's not that he didn't want to answer you. He wants to answer you. But we don't allow him to speak, nor do we allow ourselves to listen, because we've become a society that is vocal. Say what you want, whatever's on your mind, voice your opinion. But we've lost the sight of the other part to it. It's the listening. Have you ever, thinking about this, have you ever had a friend? And what brings to mind when I think about this is, I don't know, and maybe I'm dating myself now, The Cosby Show, one of my favorite shows. There was, Vanessa Huxtable had a best friend named Kara. Kara was known for talking. She fast talked and just kept going. And everyone knew this is what she did. She just talked. And no one could get a word in edgewise. Have you had a friend, or have you been around someone where they're monopolizing the whole conversation? They're talking, and you're just trying to find that moment just but it's like you can't get a word in at all because all they're doing is talking. Proverbs 19:27. If you stop listening to instruction, my child, you will turn your back on knowledge. If you stop listening, listen. Stop listening. If you stop listening to instruction, my child, you will turn your back on knowledge. So if you don't listen, how are you going to gain the knowledge? How are you going to gain the answers that you're looking for if you're not listening? And it's not that God doesn't want you to have an open communication with him and tell him everything. He wants that. He loves to be a part of your life. He loves to have that communication, that interaction, that relationship with you. He loves that. But there comes a time when we have to dial it back just a notch and take the time to listen to him. If we're not in a position of listening, Proverbs 19:27, it tells us we'll turn our back on knowledge. And that's the thing. We talk. We don't receive an answer, and then we turn our back. Well, God didn't answer us. God didn't hear me. I went to God, but I didn't get an answer. That's because you weren't in a position to listen. And therefore, your back was turned to knowledge, to what he wanted to tell you. The power of listening. And this is how I envision it in my head. And, God and I have this relationship. And you know what the thing is, when you have a relationship with God, he meets you where you are. He knows your personality. He knows your characteristics. So however he's able to get it to you, that's how he gets it to you. So with this, I envisioned a person having a conversation with Jesus. They're just talking. Jesus, I want this. Jesus, I need this. Jesus, do you know this happened to me the other day? Jesus, I don't understand why this is going on. Jesus. And all the meanwhile, Jesus is like, you done yet? And they're still talking. Talk. And he's just sitting there smiling. Just cool. Smiling. And then the person leaves. The call has ended. The communication has ended. And Jesus was sitting there the whole time, waiting to give them an answer. But they never stopped to listen. How many of us have been in that situation where, and I've been in that situation where I've gone to Jesus and I said, okay, this is my prayer, God. What am I supposed to do about this? And I've talked and walked away, and then no answer. And it's not that he wasn't willing to give an answer. It's because I didn't take the time to stop and listen. We want the answer, but we have become so consumed in being vocal. We become so consumed in being vocal that we don't hear. We're not listening. So that means you don't get the answer. Sometimes the only thing we are missing is the power of listening. Very strong. The real power is in listening to Jesus, because when you listen, you gain the knowledge from him. When you gain the knowledge, you get the answers. And when you get the answers, you're able to go back out and carry out what he instructed you to do. The power of listening. Please take time to listen. When you go to Jesus, when you're talking to him, go ahead and have your moment. But the thing is, you know what? He already knows what you need. But have that relationship where you go and you talk to him. But give yourself some time to listen, because that is where you will find your answers. That is where you will gain the knowledge and instruction from him. Heart fam, I love you all. Again, happy Valentine's Day weekend. And until the next chat, I love you.